crafty friends, this is Michelle from That Wreath Lady, and I'm so happy to be with you all this evening. And tonight we are going to make a very easy peasy burlap patriotic wreath. Burlap is very, very popular, and sometimes we're intimidated by how to use it, but let me tell you, anybody can make this wreath. I have 100% faith in you. This evening, the question for the free giveaway is, what have you made for your home? And the neat giveaway tonight is not a tote, it is color changing cups. So make sure you comment in here, what would you make for your home, so that you can be entered to win those color changing cups. And also, if you wouldn't mind to give a shout out to let me know where you're from, I'd really appreciate that. So what we're going to be using this evening is 14-inch wire wreath frame, and I highly suggest that you get the 4-wire wreath frame, especially for the project that we're going to be doing this evening. So you can get this at any craft store, at the dollar store, anywhere, but I obviously would highly recommend that you get the 4 rings. We're also going to be using red burlap. This is a 5.5-inch burlap. You can get this at Hobby Lobby or at Walmart. There's going to be no cutting involved with this except at the end, so we don't have to worry about anything fraying. So I'm very excited to be able to share this with you. So we're just simply going to get started. So if you guys want to come a little closer to your TV, you most certainly can. We're going to start by just simply starting on the first ring right here, okay? And we're going to start where this crossbar is, because it's going to make it easier for us to gauge where we're at. So we are going to take the ends of this burlap, and we're just going to put either end. We're going to put one piece in between the first and second ring, and then another edge between the second and the third. And this is the easy part. Now we're just going to hold this with our fingers, and you're just going to pull the burlap through. And as you're pulling it, you just want to scrunch it down, or as I say, smush. So just very simple. We are just pulling it through. Very, very simple. And as we're pulling it through, we are just scrunching it down. Now you may think, well, if you're not going to tie this, and if you're not going to secure it, could it possibly somebody pull it and it fall apart? No. What's going to happen is when we are scrunching this tight, it's going to make it secure. See, we're just pulling that through. When you jump on here, make sure you give a shout out to where you're from. Would love to know where everybody's from. And also, if you were in the path of Hurricane Cindy, I hope you all are doing well and that you didn't have much damage to your home or to your property. So thoughts are with you all. So we're just feeding this through. It got a little twisted on me here. And we're just pulling it through. Who do we have some people from, Chance?
There's some Tennessee, South Carolina, Alabama, Texas, Mississippi.
Awesome. How's everybody's weather? I know here it's raining quite a bit. I'm having difficulty with that one. It's been raining here quite a bit, and we have some flash flood warnings because of hurricane or tropical storm Cindy. So tell me how your all's weather is where you're at. Love to know. Make sure you all are safe. And see how I'm just pulling those through and just scrunching it together. Now you could, the neat thing about this is this doesn't have to be just for the 4th of July. You could pick different colors. You could make it for different seasons. All you would have to do is change the bow. See how easy this is? And the tighter you squish it, the fuller it's going to be. Can y'all see what I'm doing? I'm just going through the first and the second ring here. Just taking the edges and scrunching it while I'm pulling the edges through. Now this is going to give you kind of a ruffle effect without having to cut the actual burlap and making the ruffles. When you cut burlap, it is going to fray. So with this technique, it's not going to fray at all. And at the very end, when we do cut the end, we're just going to snip it off and tuck it in. Who else do we have on here, Chance?
Someone from Ontario joined, more Georgia, a few from Kentucky.
Yay, Kentucky! That's just right across the river from me. I'm from Huntington, West Virginia. Ergo, the accent. We all have accents here.
A lot of people from Georgia.
A lot of people from Georgia. How's the weather in Georgia? And while you're joining us, what would be great, and I would really appreciate it, is if you would share this with your family and your friends and on your Facebook page, because it is not too late to make a wreath for 4th of July, and anybody and everybody can make this wreath. So share it with your friends. Let them see something crafty that they can whip up really, really quick and make this beautiful, patriotic, easy to make burlap wreath. Don't forget the question, guys. You need to answer the question to win the color changing cups. What would you make for your house? Has anybody commented on that, Chance?
There are, but the comments are so far back.
Lots of comments. It's hard to read them all. That's awesome.
There's Sierra made a clothespin wreath for 4th of July.
Really? Did you? I guess you painted the clothespins and put stars and everything on it. That's awesome.
Hey, someone from Italy joined.
Italy? Are you serious? I have a lady that I used to work with. She is, and I will never be able to pronounce the name. Starts with a P, and she is in Italy right now, and she's having a wonderful time. She doesn't want to come home.
Puerto Rico.
All right. Hi, Puerto Rico. Never been to Puerto Rico. That's one place I would love to go. And see how I'm just pulling it through and scrunching it. And you can make this as tight or as loose as you want to. I like to make it tight because it makes it look fuller. See, I'm just pulling the edges through. And that way it also hides the wire. And the tighter you make it, the fuller it will be. And again, like I said, you could pick different colors. There's a gazillion colors of burlap that you can choose from, and you could make this for Christmas. You could use the yellow or the orange and make a beautiful sunflower just using sunflower ribbon.
How wide's the ribbon?
The ribbon is 5.5 inches wide, and I think it's 10 yards long. See how it's looking so far? Very simple. And another good thing is you could make a red wreath, and all you would have to do is change out the bow, and you could use it for a lot of different purposes. I actually made a pretty purple one and put some butterflies on it and a monogram letter for my goddaughter when she was born. So you can add anything you want to. You can add ribbon. You can never have too much ribbon.
Where'd you buy the frame from?
I bought the frame from Hobby Lobby. It was, I believe it was like $2, but I used the 40% off coupon. So anytime you go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby and something's not on sale, make sure you use the 40% off coupon, because there's no reason to pay full price for something when there's a coupon there.
And how many rolls of ribbon are you going to use for the
I'm going to use 6 rolls of ribbon, or burlap, I should say.
Yeah, I'm going to zoom in on your hand.
Okay, hon.
Let's see if I can zoom.
Just tell me if I need to do something else. Yeah, because we want you all to be able to see exactly what I'm doing. I'm just pulling the edges, either edge, in between the first space and the second space. And I'm taking it, and as I pull it up, I'm scrunching it down. And when I'm scrunching it down, you can see the edges already come back up, waiting for me just to pull on them and scrunch them down. And that one went a little crazy on me. See, just feeding it through there.
And what holiday is this for?
This is for 4th of July. I'm going to put a very cute little patriotic blue ribbon. It's a wired ribbon, and it's going to have stars on it. So it's very, very simple. It is easy to make. Burlap is great to work with because it's very popular. And as you go, you can just fluff. I've done 2 rings already, and I'm still using the same roll of burlap. So that's good too. It's money saver.
What size is the frame?
This frame is a 14-inch frame. It's a wire frame, and it has the 4 wires on it. The 1, 2, 3, 4. I prefer to use the 4, but you could definitely use this with just the 3 wires on it. And I know that they have these at the dollar store, so you could get them at the dollar store too. They come in different sizes. I think the smallest is like 10 inches. So you could make it smaller. You could make it bigger. You're only limited by your creativity.
What department do you normally shop in to find these?
The floral department, where all the flowers, and if you know where all the foam, like the floral foam, the wreath stands, in Hobby Lobby, the hot glue sticks are with it. So it's in the floral department. If you have a problem and you can't find it, don't be afraid to ask. Don't forget to answer the question to be entered to win the color changing cups. What would you make for your home?
Some people want you to repeat how you got started at the very beginning.
How I got started
with the wreath.
With the wreath. Okay. Excellent question. And actually what I'll do is I'll go ahead and start in a different section so you can see. I'm using 5.5-inch burlap roll. And what I'm doing, if you'll see the burlap right here, this is one edge and this is the other. These are the edges that we are going to be pulling through the wire frame to give it that ruffle look. So I will start right here where I started before. Let me turn it around this way. I'm going to do it lefty-wise. And then I'm just taking those edges, lay it right here. And remember the edges I talked about? I'm pulling it up between the first and second. And then I'm pulling the other edge up between the second and the third. And I'm pulling it up. And as you can see, the edges already come up after I pull it. And those are the edges that I'm just going to continually pull through wire 1 and 2, wire 2 and 3. And while you do this, you want to scrunch it up. That's what's going to give it the ruffle effect. So just the edge and an edge, and scrunch it up. Edge, edge, grab the 2 pieces and scrunch it up. You could also do this with different color ribbons and the different ribbons. Why do I keep saying ribbons? I mean burlap. The different color burlap in each section. Like you could do an autism awareness wreath with the different color burlaps and use the colors for that and put it in different sections. This is such a versatile wreath that you can make it for anything. Wedding, baby shower like I made for my goddaughter. At Hobby Lobby, I've only seen, what colors have I seen? The brown, the red, yellow, and orange. But somebody told me, and I don't know if this is the case or not, but somebody told me that Oriental Trading sells colored burlap. Who knew? And now I'm going back through and just fluffing, pulling, fluffing, squishing. That would be funny directions, wouldn't it? Pull it, squish it, fluff it.
Now, what keeps the ribbon from falling off?
Because I am squishing it very, very tightly. When you squish it tight, it's not going to go anywhere. And this is what the back looks like. And see, I have a little piece right here that's sticking out. So I'm just going to go in there and just kind of pull it down a little bit. And if you can see, it is very, very tight on the back. It is not going to come out. Now, if you're going to go in and yank on it, try to make it come out, you will. But in everyday use, it's not going to come out. And the awesome thing about this technique is there's no cutting, except for at the very end. Because if you start to cut this, it's going to fray. So, with this technique, no cutting, no fraying. And once you get started, it is very, very quick. So, where's some more people from? Some more people? Where's some more people from, Chance?
We got some more Kentucky, some Ohio. There's again more from Georgia.
Man, there's a
lot of people seem to be coming from Georgia.
That's awesome.
Tennessee.
Okay.
Let's see.
Are they answering the question to win the color changing cups? And if you don't know what that question is, it is, what would you make or what have you made for your home? Simple question, easy to answer, and you could possibly win color changing cups from Home Talk. I've been really excited about doing this with you all. I love wreaths. I love making wreaths. I love making wreaths for other people. Are you able to see? Is my hand in the way?
A hall tree was made from an antique door.
Oh my goodness.
So that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Got a few people from Ohio.
Yay, Ohio.
Oklahoma, LA, California.
Awesome. I'm glad a lot of people are joining us because this is so easy to make and will take no time at all. And it's plenty of time to decorate for the 4th of July. And now I'm just going through and see how hard I'm tugging on this and it's not coming apart. So if you wouldn't mind, to share this video, because this is such an easy project to do. Everybody needs to know how to do it. So if you would share this, and maybe even if you like this tutorial, give me some hearts or some likes to let me know that you like what you see.
Seems like a lot of people are going to try this too.
Awesome. Again, it's 5.5 inch burlap. I may use less than 6 rolls, but I always better to have more than too little. You can get the frame at Dollar Tree, very inexpensive. Wait for the burlap to go on sale. At Hobby Lobby, it goes on sale for 50% off.
Casey said she wants to make a pineapple wreath for the front door.
Are you talking about the viral pineapple that everybody has been going crazy over? I saw that. I so want to make one, but you could do this in yellow, and you could even put like a smaller ring inside of it and make a fuller wreath, and you could do the pineapple, find some pineapple ribbon or some yellows and some browns, and put some palm leaves or something in it at the top. That would be super duper cute. Now I'm going to show you what I'm doing at the edge before I go around to the other. This will be the only time when you are cutting off the end of the burlap when you're going to have to cut. So I'm just cutting off, how far would you say that is, honey? About 3 inches?
Yeah, 2.5, 3.
2.5, 3 inches. And then I'm just going back through and tucking it in a space. And where this is, let me find my tweezers. Maybe. There they are. And where this is the ruffle method, when you go to just stick it in there, it's just going to look like one of the other ruffles. And it's not going to come loose. What do you think about that?
Someone from Spain just joined too.
Oh, wow. Home Talk must be popular. I'm honored to be here with you all, and thank you all so much for joining. I'm just using some tweezers just to kind of get that tied in there. And see the edge of it? If we had to cut all of this, it would fray and the pieces would come off. And since we're just cutting the ends off, you're not going to have all that fraying and all those pieces of burlap hanging off the end. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the middle. We are doing the exact same technique, but we are going to be putting them between loop, or what loop? See, I'm used to making deco mesh and we always loop everything. We're going to put it in between the second and third and fourth. So the same thing that we did here, we're going to be doing on the inside as well. Now you could stop here if you wanted to, especially if you've got the 3-ring wreath frame. You could stop here and it would be a beautiful wreath. I just like mine really, really full, so I'm going to go back in and do the center. And I wanted to show you the bow that I'm going to be putting on this. Now you can buy bows already made at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I actually tied this one. This is a bow that I made myself. I got the ribbon at craftoutlet.com and made this bow on my bow maker, Pro Bow the Hand. My hands hurt, so it's hard for me to tie the bows. So if you can see how beautiful of a bow that is, absolutely lovely. And with little tails. So let's finish this wreath up. Taking my other roll, and I always like to start where there's a crossbar so I know where I started and finished. Don't forget the giveaway, guys. Answer the question, what have you made for your home? You'll be entered to win color changing not mugs, but cups. Where did we have other people come from yet?
More from Tennessee, more Kentucky and Ohio.
Okay.
Seem to be more local.
Yeah. I'm from West Virginia, so we're very close to Ohio and Kentucky. We live in Huntington.
Italy.
Italy, awesome. And if you know anything about Huntington, we are home of the Marshall Thundering Herd. And if you have ever watched the movie We Are Marshall, that's our college. My son just graduated from there. So that is where we are from, and that is the school that is here. See, just pulling. Getting it in here and just pulling. What did I say the little funny phrase was? I can't remember. I made a little funny remark earlier. And sometimes it may be a little difficult to get it through those 2 wires, but that's okay. So tell me, what's everybody's weather like where they're watching? Is it raining? Did you have some of the after effects of Tropical Storm Cindy? How's the weather? Is it warm? Is it? I know it's probably not cool, but and I heard earlier somebody was going to try to make this. Who's going to try to make this wreath for your patriotic or any other time? Don't forget to share.
It's 112 in Arizona.
Oh my goodness. I heard think it was in Arizona, that even little doggies' feet are getting like burnt on the pavement because it's so hot. Do they make doggy socks so they can wear outside?
And of course, Indiana has flooding, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. 1 year ago today, we had a huge flood in West Virginia, and a lot of people were hurt in that flood, and they lost everything they had. So I feel for you all that was in that. See, now I'm just fluffing. I'm going on to the next ring. We actually may use less than 6. I usually, for some reason, get 6 of them in here. So that may make it even cheaper. We like cheaper, don't we? Again,
Kim wants to make an orange one for MS awareness.
That's awesome.
Stephanie asked if wired burlap would work too.
Yes, this actually, I'm not sure if this is wired or not, but yes, wired burlap would work perfectly. You could also, I don't know if any of you use deco mesh, but you could also do the pull-through method with deco mesh as well, the 10-inch. And again, with the deco mesh, it has a tendency to fray, so this one you wouldn't be cutting, and so the fraying would be a lot less. Going on to the next ring. When you're going on to the inside ring, you don't have to scrunch it nearly as much or use nearly as much of the burlap because you've already got it up there. Now, if you use this outside, you probably want to spray it, and I don't know if I've got spray. I'm looking to see if I've got some spray, but just an FYI, in direct sunlight, burlap will fade. But you could spray it with a sealant to try to keep it longer. Who else we got?
There was a wet red, white, and blue rag wreath that was made.
Oh, those are so pretty. I've never tried to make one of those, and I really want to make one. Those are beautiful wreaths.
Someone used an old patio door with 12 glass panes for a picture frame above the sofa. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. See, you all are so crafty.
Does the collar run in the rain at all, or does it stay?
It stays, but when it gets wet, just like any other fabric, it's not going to look nearly as pretty. So if you have a front door with a screen on it, because a lot of times when I'm making wreaths, people are saying, well, I have a screen door, and those wreaths won't fit in between the screen door. This one will. If you can just see, it's probably about... It's only about 4 inches wide. So that would work nicely between a screen door.
What do you spray it with when you put it outside?
This is dried floral preservative. It can be used on lace fabric, ribbons, and everything, pretty much. It seals and protects, and it dries fast and clear so that you're not going to get a lot of goop on your wreath, because after you've spent time and money making your wreath, you don't want to spray something on it that's going to destroy it. So,
what materials other than burlap can you use to make this?
Deco mesh. I've seen people do deco mesh wreaths with this. If you were going to use a regular fabric, it would need to be a lot stiffer than just the regular cotton fabric. But I am sure you could maybe. That's a good question. I wonder if you could make one of these with tulle. That might work. But it needs to be a stiffer type of fabric so for it to hold its shape and not get all droopy. Because we don't want droopy wreaths. Not at all. Okay? I'm going to the second one now. We are halfway, 3/4, almost done. And so I think I'm going to end up using 5 rolls instead of 6. So that's definitely going to be a money saver.
Tina just joined us from the Bahamas.
Oh, I want to go to the Bahamas. Went to the Bahamas. When did I go to the Bahamas? I went to the Bahamas. Hold on a second. I'm talking and getting a little distracted. When did I go to the Bahamas? It's been probably about 15 years ago, and I loved it. So if you're just joining, make sure you share this with everybody so everybody can learn to make this easy DIY burlap wreath without having to cut and put the individual poofs on it or the bubbles. And your hands won't get hurt. Burlap I got from Hobby Lobby on sale. Remember, don't buy anything at Michael's or Hobby Lobby that's not on sale. There's always a coupon. And a lot of times the burlap will be on sale, and when the ribbons and stuff are on sale, 50% off.
Do you get the spray from Hobby Lobby as well?
Yes, I did. It was $5.99. And I definitely used one of my 40% off coupons. Now, you can only use the coupon once per day. But let me give you a little tip. If there's something that I know I want more than one of, I'll take my son and his girlfriend, show them what I want, and they can go through the line with their 40% coupon off and my 40% coupon off, and we save on all of it. All right, now we're going to cut and tuck. This is the only time we are cutting the burlap is at the end. And then we're just, can you see that? And then we're just going to tuck it in, because since this is a ruffle type, when this is sticking out, it just looks like it's part of the ruffle. And then we're going to add the bow, and we'll be good to go. I wonder if they can hear him. My husband is downstairs, and he has a big mouth. Doesn't he, honey?
Mm-hmm.
All right. There we've got right now. Very pretty burlap wreath. This is the bow that I'm going to put on it. I received this ribbon from craftoutlet.com. Very good ribbon. I tied it myself using my Pro Bow. And then there is some wire back here, so we are just going to attach this into the form. If I can get it through there. Don't forget to answer the question, what have you made for your house? So that you can be entered to win the color changing cups. Oh my gosh, he is so loud. I'm so sorry. I'm fluffing. There you go. How do y'all like it? If you like it, give me some hearts and some thumbs up. People giving any hearts?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Very, very easy. Ended up using 5 rolls of the burlap, a wire frame, and some ribbon. And it's as simple as that. So thank you all so much for allowing me to come into your house or in your car or wherever you're watching from and watching my tutorial. I hope you all make these for your house and also use them for other seasons of the year. The giveaway is going to be done here in just a few minutes. So what have you made for your house to get colored cups? And I am That Wreath Lady. And don't go too far, because there's going to be another Home Talk Live at 7 o'clock. So don't stray too far. And again, thank you guys so much for joining me. Be safe, and it's now time to go out and be crafty, crafty, crafty. Thank you all.
And congratulations to Sarah Shepard.
Sarah Shepard, you were the one that
Clothespin.
one that did the clothespin read?
Yep.
Yay for you! You won the color changing cups. And Home Talk will be in touch with you about the information about that.
Hold up your wreath one more time.
Hold up my wreath one more time. Drum roll, please. Da, 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 da. So, thank you all so much. 7 o'clock, another live. So don't go too far. See you all later. Bye.